All right. So this is, yeah, it's raining pretty hard outside, and the car's not on right now. I've been sitting out here for a minute, so there's a bunch of condensation everywhere. Uh, well, anyway, this is a 2006 Cadillac DTS, and pretty much, oh, focus. There we go. Pretty much, I was just gonna go over the interior and tell a little story about the car, probably. Um, First of all, before I get started, thank you for 157 subscribers. Oh, blurry. Come on, focus. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the AC for a second. Well, anyway, so basically, I apologize for the weather. Anyway, basically, Cadillac DTS, I'm sure everyone knows, this car gets a bad rep because of the engine that's in it. It has a 4.6 liter all aluminum quad cam V8. Quad cam V8 making 300 horsepower. This particular one has the HO motor, the high output, and is, I believe, the luxury 2 package. Please excuse it being a little dirty. I don't keep this car clean. This isn't mine. This is my parents' car. This is my mom's. So I just have permission. I don't know why you need to know that information, but I figure I'd go ahead and tell you, so why not? There we go. And honestly, I really like these cars. I really like this car. You won't be able to hear it start over the rain, I don't think. But the black with the red interior, about the only thing I don't like about this interior is this right here. This fake wood, which I'm not, fake wood's fine, so long as I guess, it's okay. It's easier to keep clean. But I would prefer this leather right here. Leather is not leather. It is rubberized plastic with a leather texturing to it. It's ugly. It doesn't feel good. It feels cheap. It feels very, very, very cheap. Now, the overall build quality of this car, I'd say, is pretty good, especially for GM, because there aren't really anything that creaks. Nothing really creaks that bad. I mean, that does a little. And honestly, the weak point in these cars is after 2006. I know I keep going back to the outside, but after 2006, after 05, around the end of 05, they redid the head studs in the North Star, and the North Star is a pretty good motor. Oh, that was some big lightning. Oh, another thing. This one you could either get, I think you could get the column shifter in the middle, but that's pretty rare, I'm pretty sure. Most of them have, not column shifter, but most of them have this right here. But some of them you could skip this and get a center console here instead of this bench. Instead of the bench right here. And you could get a center console, center floor. The gauge is on because the motor's not started, at least. Hold on. Yeah, it goes off. And as you can see right here, all of that is digital. No, it's not. It's backlit. Okay. My bad. Excuse me for that. That is not digital. It is a backlit digital dash. This car is fully loaded, only missing the sunroof. Oh, I guess basically, since that was a trash review of the interior, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit of a story about this little car. Well, we're looking, you can't see it because of all the condensation. But yeah, you can't see it. Well, you kind of see the outline. There's a Tahoe right next to my little Riata. And that car's still being driven. I apologize. That car's still being driven. But not quite as frequently, because this right here was got to replace that Tahoe. But my mom, she looked for a car for about a month. 2 months maybe, and eventually we found a Cadillac 2012 Cadillac CTS. Well, we got up there, it turns out it was an old junkyard, and the Cadillac CTS had been wrecked when we got up there. It didn't look like it had been wrecked, but it had been wrecked. So we get into this one, and I don't know if they were doing anything sketchy up there or not. It could have been, I don't know. But we got up there, and we saw this one in the corner, and was like, no, that has to be an employee car or something. And we asked, well, is this one for sale? And the guy was like, yeah, all the Cadillacs are over here for sale. So we looked at it, and I had to convince my dad. I was like, no, the car is a good car. The North Star, they redid the head studs in like 05, 06. This is an 07. It's after the redid head studs where they lose the issue of the head gaskets. And as you can see, this one's well past when one's supposed to have the head gaskets go. Because normally a North Star, the infamous North Star, will have its head gaskets go out around 100,000 miles. After about 100,000 miles, your oil will start getting milky and the car will smoke. This one has nearly 150 and is nowhere even near close to having that issue. Nothing has come up. So they go to get it. The guy originally wanted, like, I can't remember. I cannot remember what they paid for it. I think they paid $3,000 for this car. They got it from 5 to 3. I got a pretty decent deal on it. So we'd looked all over the place. We were going to look at a CTS-V that we'd found for cheap, but the guy never answered. So, but I guess this is the next best thing. It's a V8, even though it is front-wheel drive Cadillac. It's fully loaded. It's got everything on it. But yeah, well, it turned out we go up there, and they didn't give us papers. So we get home, and we realize the next day, hey, we don't have the papers. So we have to call up there, drive all the way back, and get the papers. Long story short, the car, everything got sorted. It hadn't given any problems other than the power steering pump is starting to go out. We just don't know why it was up there. My theory is that it was an auction car. It was like repossessed or something, and it was an auction car, and they bought it for dirt cheap at an auction, and they just got it. Or, I don't know. I don't know why it was up there. I think somebody ditched it because they thought the North Star was about to go out. When really it shows no signs of that. This car is a great car. It really is. They're good cars. Now, before 05, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Trash. Ticking time bomb. Every one of them. The 90s are starting to get to where I might fix one of those if I had one and I had money. But even those are still a ticking time bomb. Because a lot of those are just waiting to explode. But those are getting to the point where they're starting to get rarer and rarer, and they're less and less on the road. To where I might actually fix a North Star one. But yeah, I think that it's a pretty interesting story. It wasn't a very long story, I know that. And yeah, and if you're looking at one of these, just know that when you get it, you're getting a Cadillac, so it's going to be a nice car. But it's still Chevy, and this is right before the recession, so Chevy, GM, pretty cheap. Oh, and I accidentally popped the trunk. Hold on. Yep, I know. Well, I guess I'm going to have to... hold on, you're going to go dark for a second. And I'm back. I can't believe I did that. Whoops. Yeah, I'd have taken it out in the rain, but it's raining pretty hard. What else didn't I go over before I end this video? Oh, it's got parking sensors on the front, for the front and the rear. Backup cameras are far superior. It's got the, which I found out is not very common, the optional touch screen, which is pretty nice. And a funny story on the way back, I thought I bought the trunk again. And we got to play it, and it is playing. It had an old CD in it. I think it was in an older person's car before. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll quit my rambling. If you made it this far and you want to support the channel, you like the channel, then please consider subscribing, liking and commenting if you want to support it. Like, comment, subscribe, share to anyone who might be interested. I know this video is not what I normally do. Normally what I do is I do a walk around of the car. It's a pretty trash review normally. I do the best with what I can. Probably here in the future, I've gotten a little, like, they look stupid, but I've gotten a little neck mount. So I'll be able to do crude first-person view drives. So that should be fun if you want to see more of that. I've only got a couple of cars, but I'll try my best to do as many as I possibly can. But with that being said, if you want to support the channel, again, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. But other than that, thank you for watching, and have a good one.